Okay. It wasn't for love of having a bakery. I never wanted a restaurant. It was about community and economic development. You can't stand in the middle of the street and say, hey, I'm here to do development, so come on. You have to do something. So it started with a thought of a concept of what would draw people to help East Waco. So I really thought of this as from the ground floor as a concept, not as a bakery. It didn't start out as a bakery. It was how do you draw people? And characteristically, food draws people together and can lend itself to a sense of community within. And so I started thinking about what kind of food does Waco not have? Where's the missing link that would draw people? And I think we are missing a really great bakery and a place to gather to have really good baked goods. So I thought, well, I could have a vegetable garden on site and use the vegetables in the bakery. I could have a small pocket park, which we have back here, and give people, when the bakery's not open, there's a place for people to gather anyway. I'm deep Southern, and it's just part of the tradition of learning always to bake. You learn to sew, you learn to bake, you learn to garden, because those are essential. Did a lot of research before I began to sample and test putting particular pieces of recipes together. None of our recipes are Googleable because they're all ours. And they are the best you can get. They really are. It's about seeking excellence. Excellence in a space for people to gather. Excellence in the produce you use in your foods. Excellence in the baking process and the end result. And so I think in our society we often have forgotten what excellence is, and we're willing to do mediocrity with great pleasure. And we're willing to have regression to the mean where we're just average across the board. And I think that is so uninspiring. And I look at students and their work, having been in education, they say, oh, it's good enough. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. It means making sure people who come here have a pleasant and welcoming experience. It's about managing everything that goes on from do we have straws and sugar out to have we ordered from our major flour produce supplier. It's everything. And I've been an entrepreneur all my life, and you eat, you sleep, you breathe it, or you fail. People come at 7:30 and they want fresh sweet rolls and they want fresh cookies. They don't want yesterday's. So you can't open at 7:30 if you're not here at 5 in the morning. We bake everything all day long, every day. We run out of food all day long. We bake all day long. By 3 o'clock, the cupboards are bare. My husband and I both believe that when you live in a community, you're a part of that community, and that community supports you. And you owe it back to you have a choice. You can either refill that community with what you have used up from it. You either refill it or you continue to suck it dry. There's nothing in between. There's no fence sitting. So you make up your mind, I'm going to be a user and a taker, or I'm going to be a replenisher. And we choose replenishing. Both of us do.